Hi, how you doing? Um, yeah, I, what's the cat doing? It's so cute. Anyway, let's talk about some things that actually really helped. They're not gonna be like, um, yeah, they're gonna be just many things that I've done that all together helped me heal. And I'm talking about how do you bring back your nervous system from such severe inflammation when you have neurobartonellosis or Lyme or anything like that. In my case, for a long time, I was trying to do breathing exercises and all sorts of things. And I mean, they do work. But when you're inflamed at that level, plus you have this histamine estrogen loop flaring this kind of inflammation even further, the use of microdosing psilocybin actually basically literally saved my life because it allowed me to finally, as I couldn't because of the high level inflammation and toxins, I could finally rest and digest. I could finally get out of the fight or flight situation. And many times we blame these things into being, let's say, mental, and they are not. It's like a physiological situation where your microglia are on fire and toxins are overwhelming, and no matter how much you want to think about and think your way out of it, you just can't because it's happening. No, I mean, if you break your leg, yeah, the mind is powerful, but your leg is still broken. So yeah, it's good that you keep imagining that your leg's fine and all this kind of positive stuff, which is good, but your leg's still gonna be in the physical part having to heal and spend the time that it needs to heal, right? So the same happens with these inflammations, and the same happens to the nervous system. So using microdosing psilocybin basically has been God sent to me. The first week I could finally rest. Just before that, I spent 4 years in such a brutal fight or flight situation because it makes sense. I was dying. My body, my cells, everything was dying. Therefore, it's very clever from the body to say, hey, actually, yeah, you are in danger. You need to do something about it. So many times we do not listen to what to this, right? To what the body is telling us. All these symptoms are not diseases. And if we know and learn how to listen to how the body is talking to us, we have to be able to readjust and have the knowledge to bring it back to balance. But we've been not taught how to do it, how to bring this balance back, how to all these things, right? And yeah, that's really important. Really important. It should be the baseline on any human life. But yeah, the same happens with human interaction, with everything. Um, because most of the healing, which is, yeah, is gonna be going within, is something you have to take responsibility and do yourself. But obviously, you do need support, and we are, you know, we need contact, we need other humans. So lately I seen a lot of a trend in like, oh, you're sick, I don't want to know anything about it, you deal with it, and yeah, healing is within. But we are like social creatures, we need support, we need love, we need hugs, we need all these things heal more than anything that you could possibly do, and the rest, I agree, is within. So yeah, what can I say? We kind of lost that sense of humanity, that sense of um, I've done another video talking about the way buildings are made, especially in Spain, for instance, where these tower blocks, this disconnection from nature and from your neighbor makes people like really unhuman at the end. No, you're going to do something that you don't like and going back to a box and repeat, and you're not even knowing who is your neighbor. You're not talking to them. You're not having real interactions. You don't even know your name. No, so I mean, yeah, so this has to change, and I wish that more people would understand these things like, before having to go through what I lived. Because again, I don't believe Lyme disease is about the tick coming to you and giving you all these infections. Your immune system failed because you were incredibly toxic. Your gut was a mess. Your diet was a mess, and maybe, and in many cases, you were bored already with this high toxicity level that was not your fault, but it started building up. And then, obviously, someone that is constantly in low level inflammation is not going to be able to deal with stress the same way that someone that is not. So, that's where all these, uh, how can I say it? Trauma blaming things. Yeah, obviously, we all have traumas, they affect, yes, but we have different nervous systems. Therefore, something that's not affecting you could affect me just because of having low level inflammation that you do not have. And then something happens and it's going to be brutal for you when it's not going to be brutal for someone else, which adds to the inflammation, and things build up from there. So when you have to, you know come back to healing and equilibrium, all these things, it's just not fair to say, oh, this is caused by trauma, because it's not. It's caused by all of it at the same time. It's caused by the toxicity, it's caused by a nervous system that was already on fire, probably from when you were little, and you were in this kind of fight or flight constantly as well. It's caused by, diet, it's caused by environmental pollution, it's caused by lack of people, lack of belonging. This is something that really still affects me this day, and I can't do much about it because, hopefully, more people will appear in my life of this kind, lovely people, and I'll feel in that sense safe again and good. And I do it already, feel I mean, I already feel good within myself and safe, but you know what I mean, the community part, which I always talk about. And yeah, so all these things together are what are making us sick, all of it. So anyone that says that this thing or that thing is what makes you sick, obviously every individual is gonna have different combinations of these things. So from some people, the mold is like the overwhelming thing. From some others, the trauma is the biggest one, and for others, it's just the whole thing at once, um, with more, you know, what's the gut doing? So yeah, that'll be it basically. That's all I wanted to say for today. And it's very important that we start helping each other, understanding each other. And someone that's sick is not a burden. If if they are making you feel like you are a burden, or they don't understand this part of the healing where you're almost there but not, making you feel bad from doing nothing, which in fact you're doing more than ever in a decade, and that kind of thing. um so yeah, just yeah, don't pay attention to it. Be very proud of yourself from having gotten to the point that you are, because it's actually amazing, and just build from there. And yeah, um and that was it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And that's it. Thanks. Bye.